So team is cooking with Coach Dawn. Well, not really because I hate cooking, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna show you what I do post workout. I've already bleached my hands and washed up, made sure everything was sanitary, took off my shirt because I'm just getting back from the gym and working out. Today I'm gonna make a protein pizza. It's got some carbs in it. I'm using some pita, whole wheat pita, 2-ion. You could also use St. Joseph's bread if you're watching your carbs, which is really good, or Joseph's pita bread. It's actually low in carbs, has great net carbs, and also has protein in it. And I usually use that, but the store I went to didn't have it, so I'm using the 2-ion or I don't know how to pronounce it, 2-ion pita bread, whole wheat kind, which also has protein in it as well. I've also got some turkey pepperoni, basil, some garlic, just some, I guess, what is this? Some regular tomato sauce to put on the pizza, and also some other roasted chicken breast, which is high in protein, low in fat, low in carbs, that I'm going to add to my pizza. This is actually a recipe that was given to me by my mentor, to, just as a quick kind of go-to. First, I'm going to spray down my pan. Then I'm going to lay out my pita bread onto my pan. I've already preheated the oven, so you might hear it beep in the background. I'm going to go ahead and add my sauce. So I need to go ahead and spoon it out. If you're really strict on measuring, you want to make sure you don't go over. I used kind of a very thin layer of this. It's only 4 calories per serving, and that's for 1/4 of a cup. And I'm not going to use nearly as much. I'm going to try to move some things out of your way so you can see. And I'm just going to spread a thin layer on top of my pita bread. And again, this is kind of like a quick go-to meal, either post-workout, or say, for instance, if you got some leftover veggies or leftover protein from the week, leftover chicken breast, and you don't really know what to do with it, or you don't, want it to go to waste, but you also might not want to eat it as you cooked it. You can chop it up and put it, right on top of here. Pineapples, you can add whatever kind of toppings that you want that will help you to reach your macronutrient goals, which is either protein, carbs, or fats. So after doing that, you can go ahead and add your cheese. I'm using some just Kraft mozzarella cheese. You can use reduced fat if you're watching your fat as well, but I'm just going to add a thin layer. Good in protein. If you're lactose intolerant, you can also use, your cheese substitutes. All right, and now I'm also going to add my pepperoni. And the turkey pep I found is, it tastes just like regular pepperoni, and it's actually a little bit lower in fat. It's only got 4 grams of fat, and that's per 60 slices. So we're not going to add nearly as much, probably half that. And you're also getting 9 grams of protein per serving, so cut that in half as well, since we're not going to be adding that many. And if you want that many, you can still add it. So I've got that on top of there. Now I'm going to add leftover chicken breast that you want to add to it. Then feel free, especially if you're watching sodium. I haven't looked at the sodium content on this one, but I'm sure it might be, if you're using bagged protein or any type of processed protein. So you have to watch that, especially if you've got high blood pressure. So I recommend actually preparing your own chicken, but because I didn't have any prepared, then I'm just going to add the frozen chicken to it so I can get in my protein for the day. again, I do not urge. I might cook this on the side, and then pick it up and put it on my chicken here, so that way I can get a good grill on it, like a lot of chicken. So to season, you know, my pita, I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic. It's like a garlic pepper. It doesn't have any salt. It's garlic and parsley. And I'm also gonna add some oregano. Give it that nice Italian flavor. And again, I'm not gonna add any salt or anything like that on it, just to watch the salt content. I'm gonna add a nice little layer of cheese, small layer of cheese, maybe a little bit of pepper. And then I'm gonna stick it in the oven and set the timer for about 10 minutes or so. Easy peasy. Now, while that's cooking, I actually want to go ahead and get started on my protein shake. Because I have to have something immediately after my workout, I like to prepare, you know, my protein shake as a quick grab while my food is cooking, so that way I'm not grabbing chips or, you know, anything sweet or, you know, anything that's going to take me outside of my macros. And I know my protein shake is going to help me reach my protein goal. I also like to add different things like anti-inflammatories like turmeric, cinnamon, ginger, so that way it'll help me to recover. I like maca powder for energy and vitality. Also helps with my digestive system. Somehow it keeps me regular. Also add the PB Fit, maybe about a tablespoon or two, just for that, you know, kind of peanut butter flavor. And I was saying, I also add a few frozen berries, just for flavor and for taste, and to get in some good antioxidants as well. My fruit intake, you can add kale. I like to add kale to my smoothies as well, so that way I can, you know, make sure that I'm getting in my greens for the day, as well as my protein. So now I'm just going to add my water. Maybe about 5-6 ounces or so, considering I'm also using some ice. Add some ice to it. Now I'm gonna add maybe about a teaspoon, kind of eyeball it, of my, or a quarter of a teaspoon of my anti-inflammatories, the turmeric, cinnamon, ginger. I usually like to use fresh ingredients and fresh ginger, but I only have powder, you know, ground ginger to add to it, so that's just gonna have to suffice for today. And also adding my PB Fit. Guys, don't be afraid to, you know, measure things out, especially if you're trying to watch, you know, your intake as well. I'm gonna grab, I use my cups religiously. I don't want to go over, you know, on my carbs, because I can easily do that. And I've got some carbs coming from my lunch as well, which is almost ready. So I've got actually a third of a cup, and I'm gonna add a third of a cup of my berries. I've got some mango chunks in there. I've got a different blend. This time, grab a strawberry, set that up in. Most importantly, my whey isolate protein. Of course, I recommend, you know, eating whole foods in order to reach your protein goals, but if you're having trouble reaching that protein goal, supplementation is great, and I recommend whey isolate because it filters out the lactose, and it also For me, it's good on my digestive system, and it helps build that lean muscle. And this is my first time trying this gold standard way. I usually use Optimum Nutrition Isolate, just the regular performance way. So not really sure what the difference is there. But probably this one is actually 30 grams of protein per serving, and this one's 24 grams of protein, per serving. So I'm gonna try it out. And then a scoop of that. See, we got like a little gold scoop. All right, close it up. I know you're probably saying, like, she adds turmeric to her smoothie, to her shake, and you don't really taste it until you don't really taste it, because everything else masks the taste of it. And if you do taste it, just know that it's good for you. Oh, I almost forgot my cup as well. Perfect. Like I said, you can't really taste the turmeric. You can't taste, all it tastes is the cinnamon, a little bit of ginger. Now I'm going to check on that pizza. And it's almost ready. I'm going to toss around the chicken to make sure that that is done and prepared. And that's it. I'll try to add a snap or a photo of the finished product. Here is the protein shake. You can make it thicker, almost like ice cream. It's pretty good. And thank you for tuning in with Coach Dawn, Cooking with Coach Dawn. I'll show you some more quick, stay tuned for more quick protein hacks and quick meals. As a mama of 4, I know, we don't really have a lot of time to, be in the kitchen and preparing food and meals. I mean, it's gone, even faster than you can prepare it. So I always like to, look around for those quick go-tos to make sure that I'm getting in, my protein and my macro goals, as well as feeding the kids nutritiously and making it tasty, flavorful, fun, and still healthy. Thank you again for tuning in, and thank you again for all the support. Follow me on Instagram at Knewbie Fitness, and see you soon.